Today, we're diving into something that's been on everyone's radar recently: AMD's upcoming GPU, and the shocking revelations about Nvidia's performance issues. Nvidia's struggles seem to be piling up, while AMD could be gearing up to release a game-changing GPU. Let's take a look at what's going on in the GPU space, and why AMD's upcoming release might be the light at the end of the tunnel for gamers everywhere. Nvidia's latest GPU issues. First off, Nvidia's GPUs seem to be falling short in multiple areas. The latest release, the RTX 5060 Ti, has been causing quite a stir in the community, not because it's amazing, but because it's far from it. Nvidia's decision to continue pushing these 8GB GPUs in a world where games demand more is baffling. To make matters worse, their strategy of only sending out 16GB models to reviewers might have been an attempt to cover up the flaws, but the real-world performance speaks for itself. Take The Last of Us Part 2, for example. Running the game in 4K with DLSS, the RTX 5060 Ti struggles to keep up, achieving only half the performance of the 16GB model. But wait, it gets worse. When dropping down to 1080p native resolution, the frame rate dips dramatically, even reaching lows as low as 10 FPS. That's not just disappointing, it's unplayable. Moving on to Hogwarts Legacy at 1440p, the 8GB RTX 5060 Ti can barely manage 10 FPS, while the 16GB variant chugs along at a steady 51 FPS. And then there's Horizon Forbidden West, where the difference in performance between the 8GB and 16GB models is shocking. The 8GB model barely breaks 12 FPS, while the 16GB GPU breezes past 70 FPS. Clearly, the 5060 Ti's 8GB configuration is severely lacking, and the performance gap is all too noticeable. AMD to the rescue? Now here's the twist. AMD might just have the answer. According to reports from industry forums, AMD is set to release a new GPU that could finally give gamers what they need in terms of performance. Enter the rumored AMD 960 XT, which is expected to launch around mid-May or June. This GPU is set to outperform the likes of the RTX 4060 Ti, possibly even trading blows with the RTX 5060 Ti, but at a more affordable price point. What's even more exciting is the potential price range. While Nvidia's 8GB 5060 Ti starts at around $379, rumors suggest that AMD's 960 XT could be priced much lower while offering more performance. This could be a game-changer for budget-conscious gamers who are tired of the inflated prices Nvidia has been pushing. The Pro version, AMD's 960 XT with 32GB VRAM. But wait, there's more. The 960 XT isn't the only trick AMD has up its sleeve. The company is reportedly working on a Pro card based on the 48XTW architecture, which will feature a whopping 32GB of VRAM. Although this is intended for professional workloads, it could offer an incredible performance boost for those who need that extra power. This Pro card is expected to be part of AMD's W9000 series, built on the RDNA 4 architecture, and it's likely going to be pricey, but it's a sign of AMD's commitment to pushing boundaries. What makes this card even more appealing is the fact that it might be released alongside AMD's other next-gen GPUs, making it an intriguing option for those who need top-tier graphics power for demanding applications like AI, 3D rendering, and more. This 32GB VRAM GPU could be just what the market needs, especially for professional creators who rely on cutting-edge hardware to run complex simulations and models. The Nvidia thermal crisis. Meanwhile, Nvidia continues to face problems with their latest RTX 50 series GPUs. According to reports from Igor's lab, a hotspot issue has been discovered that could lead to long-term damage for affected GPUs. The issue lies within the power delivery system, which is too compact, causing high thermal density around certain components. As a result, GPUs like the RTX 5070 and 5080 are prone to overheating, which could shorten their lifespan dramatically. In fact, the thermal problem is so severe that Igor's lab testing found the 5070 hitting temperatures of 107.3 degrees, which is dangerously close to the point where the card could start to degrade. The 5080 also had a hotspot reaching 80.5 degrees Celsius, which is within the limit for long-term damage. In comparison, AMD's designs seem to be more robust, with better thermal management. The takeaway here? Nvidia's latest GPUs are not only underperforming, but also possibly prone to hardware degradation over time. This raises questions about the longevity of Nvidia's RTX 50 series and whether it will live up to expectations. On the other hand, AMD's upcoming offerings seem to be shaping up to be more reliable in the long run. What's next for AMD and Nvidia? So, where does this leave us? Nvidia's RTX 50 series has raised more concerns than it has solved problems, while AMD is quietly preparing to release something that could truly rival the best. If rumors hold true, the 960 XT might just be the GPU we've all been waiting for, providing the performance we need without the ridiculous pricing. On the professional side, AMD's W9000 series with 32GB of VRAM could give Nvidia's high-end offerings a run for their money. The combination of cutting-edge performance and reasonable pricing might just make AMD the dominant force in the GPU market in the coming months. As for Nvidia, they've got some serious work to do. With issues like overheating and underwhelming performance, the company needs to address these concerns quickly. If they don't, AMD could easily take over as the go-to brand for both gaming and professional GPUs. Final thoughts in conclusion. The GPU market is on the verge of some significant shifts. While Nvidia has been dominating for years, their latest offerings have left much to be desired, especially in terms of performance and reliability. AMD, on the other hand, is positioning itself as a strong competitor with the upcoming 960 XT and the powerful W9000 series Pro card.